You've definitely met someone like this. Maybe he's your brother, a friend, a partner, a man or boy full of charm, grand dreams, and wild potential. His eyes light up when he talks about the future. He's always on the verge of something big, but it never happens. There's always a reason. The timing, the people, the world just isn't ready. You want to believe in him, but deep down, you know, he's stuck. Carl Jung called this archetype the puer aeternus, the eternal boy, the man who refuses to grow up, who floats through life, enchanted by dreams, but terrified of grounding himself in reality. He avoids commitment and dodges responsibility. He hides behind the mask of freedom. His charm masks a deep fear, the fear of failure, of limitation, of becoming ordinary. The puer doesn't build, he escapes. He romanticizes life, women, jobs, but the moment real effort is required, he runs. When life asks for discipline, he resists. He wants success without effort, love without vulnerability, and purpose without sacrifice. You've tried to help, given advice, made sacrifices, but nothing sticks. And the worst part? He makes you feel like you're the one expecting too much. That maturity is a trap, that you're the problem. But he's wrong. He's not free. He's trapped, stuck in a fantasy of endless possibility. A boy in a man's body, pretending life will one day align perfectly without him having to change. This video is not an attack. It's a mirror. And if you've watched this far, maybe part of this lives in you too. The puer aeternus isn't just a personality, it's an unconscious force, a seductive illusion of eternal youth. Jung saw this in patience and in myths across cultures. The eternal boy lives in the womb of comfort. He clings to dreams but avoids reality. He imagines himself special, destined, but he refuses to take responsibility for his own life. You've seen it. Men who jump from job to job, chasing meaning but abandoning plans at the first obstacle. Men who love intensely but vanish when love requires effort. Who speak of freedom and spirituality but forget to pay rent. It's not lack of intelligence. Often the puer is brilliant, but brilliance alone isn't enough. His life stays stuck in potential, never practice. He confuses rebellion with courage. In truth, he's afraid of pain, of failure, of growing old and realizing he never truly lived. Jung said the puer lives disconnected from time, always waiting for the perfect condition, the right project, the right woman, the right moment. But that moment never comes. And so he waits, and life passes him by. Still, the eternal boy carries something powerful too. Creative fire, passion, a refusal to settle. These are gifts until they take over the driver's seat. Then, instead of fuel, they become chains. In this next part, we'll explore how the shine of the puer fades and how his shadow quietly destroys everything it touches. If you find this helpful, and this is resonating with you, don't forget to click the subscribe button so you won't miss new videos, coming every other day. Your support truly means a lot. Thank you. He doesn't see it, but he's sabotaging his own life. And worse, he blames others for it. He accuses the world of being dull, rigid, suffocating. He sees responsibility as betrayal, and those who grow up as traitors to freedom. So he isolates himself, convinced he's staying true to his essence. But really, he's a prisoner of fear. Carl Jung once said, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." The problem isn't the boy inside. It's what happens when that boy rules the man. When his refusal to grow up becomes a tyrant that silently ruins his potential. And behind nearly every man trapped in this pattern, there's something or someone enabling it. Jung called it the archetypal mother. Sometimes she's a real overprotective parent. sometimes a partner who plays the rescuer. Sometimes it's symbolic, the comfort of being cared for, never challenged. Whatever form she takes, the effect is the same. She protects him from the world, but also prevents him from confronting it. He doesn't need to act or lead or build. Why would he, if someone else always steps in? And that's the trap. This comfort creates dependency. He begins to seek lovers who mother him, not challenge him, who understand without asking, accept without questioning, support without limit. But relationships built on that imbalance always collapse. Because what he really wants isn't a partner. It's a replacement for the mother he never left behind. This symbiosis drains both sides. The eternal boy stays frozen in emotional childhood. And the woman, thinking she's helping, ends up carrying a weight that isn't hers. Jung warned, the greatest tragedy is when the mother refuses to let the child be born. In psychological terms, that means even as the body matures, the psyche stays stuck, still waiting for comfort, still avoiding the responsibilities of real life. And so, every romantic relationship becomes a repetition of the same wound. At first, he idealizes the partner. She's everything. But once she asks for something real, commitment, structure, presence, he vanishes. Or worse, blames her. Because he never wanted to build something. He wanted to be rescued. The only way out is pain. Maturity always costs something: illusion, comfort, dependency. It means severing the psychic umbilical cord and stepping into the unknown. It's uncomfortable. It hurts. But staying the same hurts more. Eventually, the disguise begins to crack. The dreams remain unfulfilled. The relationships end in familiar patterns, and the man is forced to confront the truth. How long will I live as if I have endless time? This is the breaking point. The moment when staying small becomes more painful than growing up. Jung didn't sugarcoat this transformation. He called it a psychic birth. And every birth is painful, bloody, a kind of symbolic death. It begins with facing the collapse of fantasy, realizing that life won't wait for you, that there is no perfect time, that the world doesn't need you to be ready, it needs you to show up today. It means grieving, letting go of the imagined life, mourning the eternal boy who thought the world would adapt to him, mourning the mother who could never really save him, and then rebuilding. But this time, with structure, with responsibility, with consistency. It means showing up to work when you don't feel inspired, staying in relationships when the butterflies fade, saying no when escape would be easier, building when destruction would be quicker. That's the trade, the thrill of freedom for the stability of presence. And when the boy is finally integrated, not killed, but led, everything changes. His light doesn't vanish. It matures. His creativity, spontaneity, and vision don't disappear. They become tools, directed, anchored, powerful. But that integration won't happen by accident. Many men arrive at this point, exhausted, confused, ready to grow, but lost. They know the fantasy is over, but they don't know how to lead themselves into reality. That's what the rest of this journey is for. If this video has resonated, it's because something in you knows the truth. We've all run from responsibility. We've all wanted life to be easier. But eventually we face the same choice: stay frozen or step forward. Life doesn't wait. It demands, it tests, and it will either grow you or expose you. Jung said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." The eternal boy is one of those unconscious forces, seductive, idealistic, but ultimately destructive. It's time to confront him, to outgrow him, to lead him. Because true freedom is not escaping life. It's facing it with enough structure to choose your path and walk it. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one.